We are live and set to go. Ladies and gentlemen, people around the world, welcome to the Weekly Beer Show. Woohoo! All right. Well, guys, if you notice right away, Nate is not here. I'm just going to go ahead and address it. He had something to do. I had something to do. We weren't going to even do the show this week. It's just really busy around the holidays. With me traveling, we just had a bunch of stuff to do. So sorry I'm a little late. We also had some technical difficulties. I said, what the hell? Let's hop on. Let's do it old school. Let me go ahead and just bring you one beer. That's right. It's kind of like a just one beer show. And I got a delicious beer. It's power packed with lots of strength and beer. And I just felt like having a beer tonight. It's kind of like autopilot, if you will, where I always just feel like I'm missing it if I'm not here. So I wanted to go ahead and stop by. Welcome to the Just One Beer Weekly Beer Show. I am your host at Travel Man Dan. I am the only host today. My co-host is absent. He had to take care of. His Nate, but he will be back next week. So hang in there. I've got some delicious beers to usually review, but today we're only doing one beer, and today's beer is awesome. I'm just going to get right into it. I don't have a whole segment planned out because, like I said, we weren't going to do it. But I just got on the road from traveling. Let's get into the first beer. Guys, today's first beer is brought to us from one of our favorite breweries. It is called Allagash Tripel. If you're familiar with the Allagash, all right, there it is. It is 9%. 9% is a Belgium-style ale. It's super powerful. Looking forward to trying this one out. Really, don't get into these tripels that much. And I'm kind of excited because it does pack a punch. I'm excited I really like the strong flavor of IPA, but I don't really know what to expect from this one as it's a 9%er. So very strong. Looking forward to it. Let me make sure everything is running. Whoa, there we are. Okay, we are running live. It's a bunch of glitches in the system tonight. But let me go ahead and get the red bottle opener. Okay, you know what we do here. We go ahead, we crack them, we sniff them, and we taste them. So here we go, guys. Let me go crack the sucker open. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm getting a very, very strong hop flavor flowing through this thing. It's got, more prominent hop flavor than the regular IPA just coming out of the bottle. Allagash is a hell of a brewery. They're well known for their Allagash white, but they have lots of other stuff. Like I said, if you're just hopping on, this is a 9%er. I got the no-nick glass ready to pour. So let's go ahead and pour this one out. And yeah, believe it or not, it's a bit light looking coming into the glass. If you can see that right there, it's quite clear. If you look at it, it's not hazy. I know it kind of looks a bit hazy coming off of the camera, but it actually is quite clear and light looking here at home. And we've already cracked it. We've sniffed it. Now let's go ahead and taste it. So cheers, guys. We're trying out today from Allagash the Tripel. Wow. Okay. Very, very strong, very pungent flavor. Wow, I didn't expect it to be that strong. It's hey, Chris Duncan, what up, my man? All right, welcome to the show. It is a quick, just one beer. Like I said, we weren't going to do the show if you're just hopping on, but it's just me, just one beer, real quick, and I'm drinking this Allagash Tripel. The first sip, wow, dynamite flavor, overpowering strength going on in here. As soon as you drink it, it almost tastes like you're eating the hops. It's just really strong flavored. Got a nice, clean, crisp, carbonated feel to it. Overall, I think it's a nice IPA, but it's really strong. And one of the things, like when you try these dessert stouts, that you'll notice is it's very rich in flavor. So this IPA, I feel like, is very rich in flavor. It's got, like a meat flavor going on with the hops. But nonetheless, here we are. It's 9%. So, well, I'm probably going to have a little buzz going on by the end of the show. Bam! So looking forward to that. But, yeah, nice beer. Allagash always puts out a really good quality beer. And here we go. Whew. Oh, man. It's heavy, to be honest with you. It's really it's more than rich. It's a heavy weight. So if you've never tried a double IPA, this is the next level. This is the triple. This is the super heavyweight, I guess, if you will. Good beer, definitely. There's something in there taking away from the IPA kind of danky, kind of a skunky flavor, and it's giving some other flavor. Not quite sure what that is, but nonetheless, it's pretty dang good. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I had a great time in Las Vegas with Nate and his family. We just enjoyed ourselves. You know, one of the things about Las Vegas for me is I go there so often, probably 4 to 5 times a year, and I don't think I've gone to the Strip, like the Las Vegas Strip. The last time I was there for a work function. So I wasn't even going there from Nate. And it's because I had to go there because I was staying down there with people from work and they wanted to party and stuff like that. But honestly, in the last 15 times I've been to Vegas, I think I've been to the Strip one time. Like me and Nate and his wife, Cindy, have just a good time hanging out. You know, we go out to eat. Went to a great sushi restaurant my Friday night called Hayabashiogi or something. I forget. It's the very swanky place from 5 to 9:30 is the only time it's open. It's a very authentic Japanese sushi, and we went in. We crushed it. It was delicious, and had a good time. Had a great time at Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a good time. Hey, what's up, Rick? I read that article. Thank you so much. I appreciate all that. Rick sends me a lot of great articles, whether it be on fast food or what people think of Pilsners and cheap beer and just really interesting reads. So thank you, Rick. Thank you so much. I hope you also had a good Thanksgiving. You know, it's kind of funny because it's such a mute thing to do. Is like, I'm very thankful for this. And, but have you ever really just sat and meditated like on the things that you're thankful for? Man, we are lucky. I mean, sometimes the world can seem like a dark, dim place, but when you really stop and think about it, and think about what we have, and I guess everyone's situation is different, but for the most part, if you're vertical and you're moving, you got something to be very thankful for. I did, and same to you. Thank you. Yeah, fun read. Thanks, Rick. But yeah, I really like to take the time around the holidays to kind of get away from that regular hoopla, that regular stuff that everyone kind of celebrates. And I do like that too. But also take some time and think introspectively and think deep about what I have and what the holidays mean. And it's just so important, especially as the days go by and I guess you get older. It's kind of like this, comparable to travel. Like, I like all the touristy things. I like the Niagara Falls. I like the Eiffel Tower. I like the Colosseum. But I also like the crazy, weird roads off in Belgium that you had no idea you were going to. The weird little islands in Indonesia that nobody knows about. I like the culture that nobody even hears about and that isn't touristically attractive. It's kind of like that. Like, yes, we're all thankful this past Thanksgiving, and we all know why in the big grand scheme of things. But look really, really deep at your own life, and I dare you to. You'll really find something interesting about it. And I know you walk around with a different kind of air. It's kind of hard to say, and you just have to do it. It's like I always ask people on their birthday, what are your goals? What are your dreams and accomplishments that you want to handle or go after this year? Whatever age you might be and stuff like that. Obviously, I don't say it to 6-year-olds. That'd be funny. But, take the time to go ahead and write those goals down, what you want to accomplish. And if you don't get them all down, it's okay. Try them next year. So I always say, like, if you're 25, try to write down 25 goals for your next year. And then, if you're 26, and so on and so forth. And that's okay, because some of them are going to carry over. Some of them are pretty hard and extreme to get to. But some of them, you'd be surprised once you put that focus into it and that goal that you might be able to attain throughout the year. And some of them could be so simple. Some of them could be stopping eating peanut butter or, quickly making sure that you call somebody a few times. You know, they don't have to be these great extravagant things where you're climbing mountains or doing these things. Just simple little goals, and I encourage you to do that maybe at your birthday or also the new year. Definitely coming up. So on the holiday spirit, that's what we're talking about. Nate isn't here. I'm very philosophical tonight, I guess. But we're still drinking beer. That's what makes it fun. We got this one. It is the Allagash Tripel. It is a delicious one. Short-term goal for the holiday season: have a beer in person with TMD. I love it, Chris. I will drink to that, my friend. I will drink to that. Absolutely. I will say, Chris, if you're up for it, you're more than welcome to join the Travelman Dan annual Edward 40 Hands at BC's house on North End. We'll definitely be having that. Hey, twins here. Absolutely, Brett. Gonna happen. Absolutely. We do the Brett and Brian, the twins. We do their special party at Fletcher's. I don't know when it's going to be this year. If I had to guess, I'm looking at the calendar. It's usually the weekend after Christmas. So Christmas will be on Sunday. I would say it's probably going to be somewhere around maybe the 30th, because the 31st is New Year's Eve. But I'll talk to Brett and Brian about that. Also, I'm going to be going to catch a couple of Sabres games. So maybe we can catch up downtown down there. Doesn't matter if it's in Kenmore, Tonawanda, or downtown. I would love to have a beer with you. And that is also a short-term goal. So, yes, keep you posted either way. Looking forward to it. This is what we're drinking. Already, I've gotten half the beer down. We're, a couple minutes into the show. Like I said, it's just one beer show because of the holiday. We'll be back with a full show next week. Nate will be here. But this is already, I can feel the strength of it. I can feel how strong 9% is on a beer. When you come off of not drinking anything and then you get right into it, I think I'm going to sneeze. Give me a second, guys. But anyway, yeah, definitely would shut the lights out. And I dare people to try this one a few times. Like if you have 3 of these, you're probably going to be smashed. It's like drinking a half bottle of wine. All right. It's very rich. It's very heavy in a way. I can definitely feel the heaviness of this. I just ate a bunch of food too, so that might have something to do with it. But I'm going to go ahead and rehearse some stuff that I'm working on after this. So hopefully I'm not too slurry. But this is an old school show. You remember back in the day when I used to just do it behind a curtain. There was no bar. There was no co-host. There was nothing other than me drinking beer. And that was a lot of fun. So it's good to be back to that old style, I guess you will. But I do miss my friend Nate, and he's created the show and made it much better. So he'll be back next week. We'll continue the show full bore. This is what we're drinking. It is the Allagash Tripel. Thanks for stopping by and having one beer with me. I hope that you had a nice holiday. One of the greatest things for me was that the Buffalo Bills won on Thanksgiving Day. So, all right. Well, I saw this really cool stat. I think it was from BuffaloBills.com. But Josh Allen was the first quarterback to win all 3 time slots on Thanksgiving. The first year we won against Dallas in the night game. And then last year we beat – who did we play last year? Was it Green Bay? I forget who we played, but we had the middle slot. And then this year we played Detroit in the morning slot. So coming from, being a Bills fan all my life, 5 years ago, I remember we would never even get the thought of a Thanksgiving game. And within the last 4 years, we've had 3 of them, and we were able to win all 3 of them. So that's pretty cool. Bills looked, they looked good in the beginning, and then they ran into some issues. You can say whatever you want about injuries and stuff like that. Look, other teams got injuries too. You got to play the game. One of the things I really liked about it, it showed that the Bills are gritty. It shows that they can, get a lead, hang on to the lead. If they run into some bumps along the way, that they're able to hold stead and win the game anyway. So that's pretty cool. I know that's probably where Nate is right now as the Eagles play. The Eagles are playing right now against Green Bay. Speaking of the Green Bay, I think they're about to kick off any second now. But yeah, so really excited about that. The Buffalo Bills, we'll see. I mean, the crazy part about it is the AFC East looked like a runaway. Like they were talking about the Buffalo Bills, already winning the Super Bowl at the start of the season, which I hate. I hate all that. Now you got, I believe the Jets are 8-4 or 7-4. Miami 7-4. The Bills are 8-3. It's a close race here in the AFC East. This week we play Thursday night against the New England Patriots on Amazon. Let me know what you guys think. Do you watch the Amazon games? I like them. I think they do a great job with them. I think Amazon covers it pretty dang well, and really excited about that. Okay, good night, Rick. Thanks for stopping by. Get them kids to bed. Have a good evening. Happy Thanksgiving to you and the fam, and I'll talk to you later. All right, we just got one person with us now, but that doesn't matter. Whoever you are, wherever you are, cheers to you. We're drinking Allagash Tripel. It's a triple IPA. Here we go. I had to whack it down quick. We don't got anybody here for even the score, but I'm going to score it anyway, and let's get into it. I'm going to get right into this guy. Why not? Got nothing to lose, and I'm actually, this is such an impromptu startup here. I got no scorecards as to speak of, so I am going to go ahead and I'm going to grab. What am I going to grab? I'm going to grab something over here. All right, let's grab this. I'll grab this American's Best, a little flyer, and I'll keep score on this. You guys all know how we do the score, so I'll write it down right here, and I'll tell you the score. Here, taste. Look, this is it. Allagash Tripel. Pretty good beer. Strong. Definitely really strong. I've only had one beer. I already feel a little buzzed. It's got some rich flavors to it. It's not as skunky, hoppy, and danky as a normal IPA. It is a Belgium-style ale, so it's actually not even an IPA. So correct me. It's a Belgium-style ale, which is, well, we need Nate here for that. But overall, it's a good beer. I think it's delicious. I'm going to give it a score of a 4.0. All right, going on the price, I imagine it's probably pretty pricey. Nate gave it to me, so I looked it up on the internet, and basically one bottle at 9% is just over $3.25. I think that's a pretty good deal, especially if you're looking at the strength of this thing. 9% for $3.25. You only need 2 or 3, or maybe this is the beer that you drink after dinner. Doesn't matter. I think that's a good price, 3.5. All right, let's go to the design. Now let's look at the design. I've showed this a bunch of times. It's okay. It's all right. It reminds me of the American countryside. It's got this big tree here. They got the little house in the back. The sun is either going up or going down. The picnic table's there. I like that they stuck with the bottle, or I got the bottle. I'm not sure if this comes in a can as well, but that's kind of cool. There's a little story on it. Overall, it's not great, but it's not terrible. I'm going to give it a score of a 2.5 right down the middle. All right, going with the accessibility. Look, I think Allagash, a lot of people know about it. I think the popularity, I should say, the popularity of Allagash is pretty good. They're able to be well distributed throughout the United States. I think people on the East Coast can try it. I think people in the southern states can try it. Outside of the U.S., I'm not sure, but I think people know about it. I think beer people know about Allagash. They've heard about it. I think it's a good brewery. I'm going to give them a score of a 3.5 on popularity. The TMD X Factor, well, the fact that I wasn't even going to do a show and I decided to pop up anyway, I do miss Nate, so I'm not going to give it a full 5.0. I'm here. I did a beer. It's always enjoyable for me to come up here and to be here on the show. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a score of a 4.0. So that's my score for the Allagash Tripel. Let me go ahead and add this up. Like I said, it's an impromptu show. I just decided to hop on. We weren't going to have a show today. But let me tally these up. We got 7, 8, 10. Okay, not bad at all. It is on the America's Best, a flyer right here. And the score, because my address is there, and we don't want people showing up to the weekly beer show studio uninvited, a 17. Okay, a 17. So that's pretty cool. The Tripel from Allagash, it got a 17. Not bad at all. If you get a chance to try this Belgium-style ale, I think you're going to like it. no brewery tour, but we've done Allagash before. No show and tell, no good news. I don't have a what are you reading, what are you watching, what are you listening to? Like I said, just straight up beer, old school. So thank you so much for stopping by. The quote of the show, it can be whatever you want it to be. I just wanted to stop by, have a beer, say hello. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone who celebrates it. The holiday season is, a very good time to go ahead and reevaluate everything that's going on. Take a big look at your life and be happy. Enjoy this time with your friends, your family, everyone that you love, and just go ahead and enjoy yourself. Thanks so much for stopping by. I really appreciate all the support throughout the years. And, well, have a great evening, everyone. We'll see you next week. I'm Travel Man Dan. And remember, it's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it. All right. We did.